there. Along with talking about these specific digital tools that I recommended using, I would also like to mention a few tips for successful implementation of these digital tools in your writer's workshop. Like I mentioned before, many teachers get nervous when they have to teach from a different platform. However, with just a few changes, you will be able to have an amazing writer's workshop even while doing it virtually or in a hybrid environment. So one of the first things I would like to mention is that I recommend trying to use the same materials if you have a hybrid environment so it keeps everything cohesive. Whatever digital tools you use for your online learners, let your in-person students use them too, along with the reading and writing materials that you use. This will help decrease your workload exponentially and help with your stress level as well. Along with that, remember that you can still use the same or similar lessons and anchor charts that you have in the past. Just be sure to include a copy of them on your online platform or have them visible during your Google Meet and Zoom meetings. Another thing I recommend is practice using the digital tools ahead of time so that you are familiar with them and are able to answer any questions students or their parents or guardians might have. This will also alleviate much stress for you as well. Another tip is create examples of work samples that you can upload into Google Classroom, Canvas, or whatever online platform you use the most in order to help your students understand expectations and guidelines for whatever assignment you may have given them. It also will help them be able to see great writing examples or maybe some writing examples that need a little bit of work so that they can kind of see the difference between the two. Another recommendation is create a hard copy handout and also one to post online of all of the digital tool resources that you'll be using with an explanation. In doing this, it will help provide necessary information for parents and guardians so that they can help their child as much as possible. Feel free to use the digital tools document that I have provided to help you create this. Another tip is make sure that you provide timely feedback on students' writing. I highly recommend holding Google Meets or a Zoom conference with breakout small groups, so like a small group of students or in a private group, or one-on-one conferences where you can provide immediate feedback on their writing. This is going to help aid you with an understanding of where the student is at, but it's also going to help the student know how they can improve and also what they're doing well on. It's also going to help create relationships with you and those students, especially if you're in a completely virtual classroom or that student is mostly online and comes in a few days a week, so a hybrid environment. Last but not least, ahead of time, you can create a writing bulletin board on your online platform that can actually virtually showcase your students' writing. This would allow for students to recognize that you care about their writing and allows for students to be able to comment on others' work and see examples as well, regardless if they are in the classroom or not. You can constantly change this throughout the year so that different writers are able to have the opportunity to be showcased. Hopefully these tips and recommendations can help you have a really smooth transition as you begin implementing some of these digital learning tools into your writer's workshop. Thanks.